Chelsea have finally secured a Premier League win, pushing Tottenham relegation battle to the final day. From Enzo Fernández statement performance to Jorrel Hato looking absolutely unreal, as far as the 5 things we learned from Chelsea 2, Tottenham 1. We have a lot to break down. Before we dive into this video, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. But if you have been following me for a while, you know drills. Help your boy get to that 10k subscriber mark. Let's dive into it. Now, starting from the first thing we learned, and that is we own Tottenham. Some things in life are just fundamental truths. Gravity exists, the sun rises from the east, we own Tottenham. It's not even trash talk anymore, it's a statistical inevitability. The record books don't lie. Chelsea has won more games in all competition against Tottenham than we have against any other club. This isn't just a good run of form. We are talking about 30 years of pure unadulterated dominance. Think about the psychological damage we have inflicted since 1990. Spurs has come to Stamford Bridge 40 times and walked away with a win exactly once. One win in 40 tries. That's not rivalry. That's a recurring nightmare for them. They show up needing just a single point to basically breathe easy on relegation. And what did they do? They fold. It was a total abdication of responsibility in their backline. And honestly, I'm here for it. Chelsea also remained unbeaten in their last final home game of the season for 24 seasons. Honestly, I have to admit it. It's been a rough ride lately. Between the institutional chaos and the revolving door of managers, things have felt shaky. Before this, we hadn't won in 6 games. But there is something about the white shirt across the pitch that just wake the squad up. Even with all the turnovers under Bliko, the proper Chelsea DNA that refuses to lose to them is still there. Tactically, the Xabi's Tottenham tried to do the whole keep the ball and look pretty with 56% possession. But possession without purpose is just exercise. Kolomwani and Poro tried to cause problem on the right, but our boys actually showed fight for once. And while Bournemouth draw with City means our ceiling is capped at 7th, taking 6 points off Tottenham this season was the bare minimum I expect. If we are going to be in conversation for Euro, we have to keep gatekeeping our own backyard. And that brings me to the second thing we learned, and that is the kids are alright. If we are being real, when I saw the team sheet, I was sweating. We are coming off that heartbreaking FA Cup loss to Man City. We are missing heavy hitters like Levi Colwill, Rhys James, Malo Gusto. And Callum McFarlane threw us into the deep end with a lineup like this: Sanchez, Singo, Acheampong, Fofana, Hato, Cucurella, Caicedo, Andrey Santos, Kopama, Enzo Fernández, Pedro Neto, and Leon Delap. On paper, this looks like a squad just trying to survive the 90 minutes. But on the pitch, the fight was unreal. We didn't dominate the ball. In fact, if you look at the data, it looks like we got bullied. 44% ball possession, 9 shots, 4 shots on target, 1 big chance created, an XG of Chelsea 0.76 to Tottenham 1.97. Tottenham had the XG, they had the ball, and they had the process, but they didn't have the heart. We were clinical, scrappy, and we dug in when it mattered most. We have seen this team look rudderless during heavy rotation before, but not today. And the undisputed star of the show was Andrey Santos. Talk about statement performance. After the massive disappointment of being left out of the Brazil World Cup for 2026, he played like he had a point to prove to the entire world. He wasn't just playing football, it was the tactical heartbeat of our midfield pivots. We finished with an 8.0 rating, 1 goal, 100% accurate passes, 1 shot, 1 on target, 55 touches, 5 defensive contribution, 5 tackle 1, 6 roundwell 1, 3 recoveries. Him and Caicedo provided the level of bite that we have been desperately missing. When we went through that flat spell in the first 20 minutes of the second half, where we honestly couldn't keep the ball to save our lives, and Santos was the one flying into challenges, disrupting everything Bentancur and Palinha tries to build. His 67th minute goal was just the cherry on top. A perfectly timed run into the box and a first time finish that showed real maturity. Andrey Santos won more tackles than any Chelsea player in Chelsea 2-1 over Tottenham. Cucurella and Bentancur are joint second with 2 tackles won. It's actually wild to see how much he's grown since his loan spell at Strasbourg. He adapted to the physicality of the Premier League so quickly, while we all are worried about the load management of our stars. Santos and the rest of the unit showed that the psychological edge we have in this rivalry is bigger than any individual player. We weathered the storm, we won the individual battles, and reminded everyone who the King of London really is. That brings me to the third thing, and that is Enzo Fernández is truly him. If this season has taught us anything, it's that while players come and go, leaders are born in the heat of a derby. Let's be clear, Enzo Fernández is him. While Joao Pedro gets the headline for the volume of goals, Enzo Fernández has become the emotional, technical heartbeat of the entire project. With the captain band on, he didn't just play, he dictated the terms of the surrender. He finished with an 8.7 rating, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 big chance created, 2 key passes, 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 woodwork, 62 touches, 1 successful dribble. He was everywhere. He opened the scoring in the 18th minute with a strike that was pure disrespect. We are talking about 25 to 30 yards out. A swerving deep rocket that left their keeper Kinski absolutely leaden-footed. It was a perfect response to Tottenham hitting the woodwork earlier through Matthias Tel. That goal didn't just put us ahead, it's dampened the spirit of every Tottenham player on the pitch. And can we talk about the evolution of his game? Enzo Fernández has scored more Premier League goals in 2025-2026, 10 in 35 games, than in the 3 previous seasons combined, 9 in 82 games. He's not just a deep-lying playmaker anymore, he's a genuine goal threat. He's second in goals for us this season, third in assists. He played the most minutes than any other outfield player. He literally carried the load, while others has been in and out of the treatment room. Of course, we can't ignore the noise in the background. The contract rumors are swelling, and his agent is out here talking about his true value. But he wasn't alone in that injury room. While Enzo provided the flair, Caicedo provided the floor. Caicedo finished with a 7.2 rating, 91% accurate passes, 70 touches, 1 successful dribble. Caicedo was rock solid, especially when Maddison came on to try and spark something for them. Together, they neutralized every threat and ensured they survived that breathless finale. The message to Bluco is simple: pay the man, build around him, and don't overthink it, because Enzo is the foundation. And that brings me to the third thing, and that is Jorrel Hato is the future. If you are looking at the silver lining of this chaotic season, look no further than our backline. We have spent a lot of money lately, but the £35.5 million we sent to Ajax for Jorrel Hato looks like the highest of the century. At just 20, the guy plays with a composure of a veteran who is seen it all. He was absolutely technically secure and confident all game. But it was that brilliant last-ditch tackle on James Maddison in the dying minute that really saved our skin. And without that, we are talking about a draw. But instead, we are talking about a win. Hato finished with a 6.9 rating, 6 defensive contribution, 1 tackle won, 3 interception, 1 clearance, 1 shot blocked, 4 recoveries, 1 ground duel won, 1 aerial duels won. And what I love about Jorrel Hato is his versatility. Whether at left back or tucking in as a left centre back, he acts like a secondary playmaker. His defensive index is already among the elite for young players in the league. And seeing him partner with Wesley Fofana gives me genuine hope that our defensive woes are finally being solved. But we can't talk about the future without mentioning the homegrown hero, Josh Acheampong. And while we all have been stressing over the fitness of Rich James and Malo Gusto, this kid has just stepped up and made the position his own. His market value has surged a ridiculous 2,566% this season, going from an academy prospect to a £20 million asset. Josh Acheampong finished with a 6.6 rating, 3 defensive contribution, 1 tackle won, 1 interception, 1 clearance, 3 recoveries, 5 ground duels won, 1 aerial duels won, and 0 time dribbled past. Did you catch the last stat? 0 time dribbled past. He was tasked with locking down Matthias Tel, one of the brightest young talents in Europe, and he put him in his pockets. He was so efficient that a lot of us even prefer him starting over Malo Gusto. Between Hato's intelligence and Josh Acheampong 1v1 dominance, the future of our defense isn't just bright, it's blinding. It's rare that a recruitment window gives you an unqualified success, but Hato is exactly that. If we can keep this tactical continuity going, we won't just have a good defense, we'll have a brick wall for the next decade. And that brings me to the last thing, and that is reality check. Look, we can celebrate the derby win, and believe me, I will. But as the whistle blew at the bridge, the air felt a bit different. While we were high on the 3 points, the news filtered from the Vitality Stadium that Arsenal has been officially crowned the Premier League champions. And honestly, it's a massive reality check for the entire Chelsea project. The sting seeing them buzzing as champion is a bitter pill to swallow. It highlights the massive gap that has opened between us and the summit of English football. For the third year running, we are likely missing out on the Champions League, the competition that used to be our playground. This heartbreak we are feeling isn't just about their success, it's about our own mid-table stagnation. Getting Xabi Alonso as the next permanent manager is a coup. I'll give them that. But it's a silent admission that the head coach model we tried with Maresca and Rosinho was fundamentally flawed. And look, I love seeing Tottenham in actual danger of relegation. For the first time in 48 years, watching them spiral down towards the second tier is a great scenario, but it's a dark mirror for us too. Both traditional London powers has declined so much that we have basically handed Arsenal the keys to the city. It's unbearable to watch them establish this kind of dominance while we are trying to figure out our identity. And honestly, the win was sweet, but the work ahead is mountain size. And with that said, that's the end of the video, my friends. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Gobi.